This sucks.
Welcome to part 3 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles and the final portion of the Sonic 3 section. And yes, this song change actually does suck. We went from Hard Times from the Jetsons, or at least that's what the song originally sounded like, to whatever this is. It sounds kind of like Rocket Knight Adventures, but if Rocket Knight Adventures had bad music. And that's exactly what that sounds like. I hate it, and I want my money back. But Ice Cap itself has been largely unchanged, so how does it fare as a stage? Well, I do like me some ice levels, sometimes. So I do like how this area looks. It's got more of this crystalline look to it as opposed to ice, but I still dig it. I just noticed that Sonic had this really not impressed animation while he was sliding down, or Super Sonic did. I do like the sprite changes. I will give Origins credit where it's due when it comes to animation changes or something that makes the game overall better. The music's not one of them. And like right here, I'm actually starting to dislike the Supersonic theme they use for this game, even though it's different from the original version, which was way more repetitive. Now I regret turning into Supersonic. At least I would have gotten halfway decent music over this janky thing. Special stage, go, 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 go! Oh my god, what did they do to you, MJ? Why'd they just leave you alone? Why'd they ignore you, man? I want my MJ music back. This is absolutely not it. But the good thing is we're getting closer to the boss fight of this stage, or this act, and it's relatively easy, I will say. Now Ice Cap looks like the glaciers I remembered. Now here's the mini boss, who is kind of like a big Orbinaut. He uses these ice blocks to circle around him. You don't want to attack him while he's doing that. And when the ice blocks go off the screen, they'll rain back down. Pretty self-explanatory. The song barely changed except for the drums. Ugh, Sega, come on. Well, let's get going. This stage is actually relatively short. And the good thing is there are actually plenty of secret rings here too, but I'm not going to go for those because I already have Supersonic. In fact, I'm just going to blitz through the last two zones. Ice Cap Zone marks the return of the Orbinaut type enemies, but these ones work a bit differently than they did in the previous games. Firstly, these variants are called Star Pointers, and they shoot their spikes super slowly. It takes like a year. So they're more defensive than they are offensive. But the good thing is, if you have a Thunder Shield, you can cut through their ice spikes just like that, because I guess ice is allergic to thunder and electricity? I guess if it works in Mega Man 1, it works here in Sonic 3 too. I do go for a secret ring, haha. So, whenever you get a secret ring and you already have 7 Chaos Emeralds, you just get 50 rings in return. Here's Dr. Robotnik up to his old shenanigans again, and he's in his good old egg froster. And dare I say, this machine is actually pretty cool. He stays up in the air for the first 4 hits, and you have to find a way to get up there either by that platform he's dangling down, or with a Thunder Shield. The last 4 hits, the machine will start to break apart, he'll lower down, and that will make him even easier to hit. Also take note that getting frozen is actually not a guaranteed hit until a couple of seconds later. That gives ample opportunity for either Sonic or Tails to break each other out of the ice when they're frozen just by jumping on them. Now this tune is actually not bad, but I still prefer the original launch base theme. Go, 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 go. But yeah, this is probably my favorite of the remixed prototypes, or whatever you want to call these bastardized versions. Just give me launch base, please. I want the original. Damn it. But launch base, it's Eggman's secret base on Angel Island. I really don't know how he would have built this place in a matter of days, considering Sonic 3 takes place immediately after Sonic 2. But no matter. The standard Batniks for this zone are going to be Snail Blasters, which are those things on the wall that shoot out, and they also protect themselves with their shell. Orbinauts make their return, even though these ones are more defensive, and they actually kind of track your movement, or I guess they read your inputs. Like, you move, they move, but they don't really follow you like that. Then you got the Flybot 767. I actually like that name. They're like these little birds that fly around whenever you trigger an alarm. And you also have these frogs called Ribots, who are rather annoying to deal with because they're just strewn all over the place. Oh, damn it, I'm back here. Go back up there, Sonic, for everlasting peace. Until the next game. Let's face it, both Sonic and Mega Man are never gonna have everlasting peace because, well, you got scientist douchebags who want to conquer the world, and they just gotta stop them all the time. Which also circles back to what I said in Sonic 2, as like why Sonic didn't want to kill Eggman. Well, same goes for Eggman. He doesn't want to kill Sonic either. He wants a rival that he can prove that he's better than by means of humiliation, not defeat. And Sonic is the only one that's willing to put up with Eggman. I mean, Shadow, no. Shadow's got no time for that. He'll throw Eggman to the sun. Knuckles, he's got better things to do with the Master Emerald. Tails, maybe, but Tails is also kind of a wimp at points, so no. Oh, there's Eggman right there. Amy, no. Yeah, Sonic is the only rival that Eggman's got. And Knuckles is... Oh, come on, Knuckles, a cartoon bomb, are you serious? In the original version of Sonic 3, which I know I've said that a lot, but... Tails just kind of stays in the tower while it's collapsing, which is kind of morbid, but he just responds back, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, here's the mini-boss of Act 1 of Launch Base. This thing is called the Twin Hammer, and really the only attack it does is it flies towards you slowly and swings its two hammers. It's pretty easy to read out the pattern, it just swings about, and then sometimes it stops for a couple of seconds. I will admit, I actually do like this version of Launch Base Act 2's theme, but it still does not beat the original version with the MJ influence. Sorry, but no. Anyway, Act 2, launch base, what do we have here? Well, we got water again. You cannot escape the drink. I'm surprised nobody said this yet, but Sonic 3, one big old water level because every zone in the game except for Marble Garden has some sort of body of water in it. I guess as a means to drive home that Angel Island's a bit more tropical than that of West Side or South Island. It makes sense even though technically the island should be floating in the air, or is meant to be floating in the air. Therefore it should be a colder island, but no matter. Sonic physics don't make sense at all. Bringing logic into a Sonic game is a dangerous practice. Do not attempt it at all. Here are the Flybot 767s, and these ones you don't need an alarm to trigger them, they just kind of come out, unlike Act 1 where you do need the alarm. You have these laser gates too, which are pretty easy to avoid. You just walk right through them while the laser's not up. Always found that weird how there's just like a singular line of laser instead of a whole ray shield that blocks the entire door, but it doesn't matter, just like the song. Now there is a way you can kill the Orbinauts, and that's by using the Insta-Shield at the right moment when you jump towards them. Anyway, here's the boss of Launch Base Act 2. Or should I say bosses, because it's a multi-stage process. In this phase, Eggman will shoot cannonballs towards Sonic in a high and a low fashion. The first one will always start high. I always thought this segment is cool, just riding in the Eggmobile. I wish a lot more Sonic games did that, where Eggman or Sonic or Tails just jack Eggman stuff. Oh crap, it's Knuckles again. Oh Knuckles, no! I'm sure he won't come back, he just got burnt by the Death Egg's exhaust. And possibly drowned. He's nice and toasty. But the final battle of Sonic 3 will commence on this balcony, or platform, whatever you like to call it. And it's at the bottom of the space station too, it makes no sense. Like, what do you need this thing for? Anyway, here's Eggman in his second phase. He's in a flying tower of sorts. And each time you hit him, or I should say every 4 times you hit him, the tower collapses. And I'm going to cheese it as Supersonic because I don't feel like getting annoyed. There is a rotating spike that will orbit Eggman sometimes, and that's a pain in the ass to deal with. But that's not the end of it. Final phase of Sonic 3, Eggman will jump into his big arms machine, and you want to watch out for those grabby hands. If you get caught by those, even as the Golden Hedgehog, you'll get power bombed and lose your rings. Or I think just get knocked out of Supersonic. Either way, it's a bad day for you. Eggman will either make 2 or 4 passes towards you with his grabby hands, and then start to circle the top of the screen, and then drop down and then circle the bottom of the screen. Overall, pretty simple. It's actually, I think this boss fight is easier as Knuckles because he has the glide. Sonic, on the other hand, he jumps higher, and I'd say his Insta-Shield is not as useful as it seems for this boss fight. And those big arms, no pun intended, are huge, so you want to watch out. They'll negate your Insta-Shield just like that. Anyway, that's going to do it for Sonic 3, but we still got another half of the game to go. So stay tuned for the Sonic and Knuckles side of things in Part 4.